Good evening, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing a subject to you that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know, and that is the unfortunate tendency of recognition to go to people with, the highest degree. Typically, I will have some examples, but what I mean is whether or not a beginner, a layperson, a hobbyist, or a novice is correct, the information that may be challenged for outstanding questions like the nature of the universe's expansion and that kind of thing, just for example, are fielded almost exclusively by people who have accolades in academia. It's a lot of words. So people who hold PhDs, for example, they will tell the novice who may not even have graduated college that there's no time to hear anything that they have to say because they don't even know the terminology. They don't know the rigorous math and the data that has been acquired on the subject. So their points of view are irrelevant, whether or not they are valid. So here's the thing. I've talked to a lot of people online about this exact example, the expansion of the universe. And to me, it's obvious what's going on. And I've actually said this in another video, but I don't try to, force it on anybody. I'm not unclear about it. And I hear people still say that we're not entirely sure what dark energy is or dark matter. It's, well, that's not the thing. Actually, you guys are missing what's going on, I think. Because if you do enough experimentation with particle physics, like as in computer simulations, if you spend years or decades doing three-dimensional and four-dimensional animations and particle simulations like I have, you start to notice a couple of things. And there is a curvature of space, which we already know about. That's mostly not in question anymore due to gravity. There's something that people just, it's not obvious because they don't experience it. They don't see it and work with it in their systems. They use their telescopes and collect their data. They get their PhDs and they do whatever they want to do and listen to themselves mainly. But what they fail to see is that when space curves, like such as around the nucleus of a galaxy, you get a local condensation of matter, the mass that is obviously trying to contract, but it is at the same time being influenced by angular momentum because it's rotating as it, like an ice skater pulls her arms in, she speeds up. It's two forces in contest with each other, being pulled into by gravity, but also rotating at the same time. So you get these, marvelous spiral effects. It's pretty clear what's happening there, but what people still fail to understand is that the galaxies themselves are flying apart because there's an exponential fall off of the force of gravity with distance. It's not, I don't believe it's just a square of the distance like with light. I think it's more than that. It's a higher order. It's a higher power by which the force falls off, which means you're going to get two things depending on your frame of reference. So you're going to get a condensation of matter, that is a contraction of the universe, if you want to call it that, locally within, say, a galaxy or a cluster of galaxies that are close enough in proximity. And at the exact same time, based again on your frame of reference, if it's large enough, you're going to see an overall expansion of galaxies flying apart, which are far enough and not massive enough to surmount this exponential fall off beyond a distance. When they move far enough apart, they begin to accelerate, moving far apart. So it's doing both is the answer. And nobody wants to hear this. We don't have enough data to support that. We don't have time to think about it. Okay, well, that's the answer. I'll wait. Maybe it'll take more than my lifetime for people to get around to it, but I'm quite sure it's doing both. It's expanding and it's contracting, depending on your frame of reference. Anyway, have a great day and reach out with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.